But the thing is, you could put Pepsi in it and make it taste nice like Coke, because Pepsi's just flat Coke, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's their secret. It's just flat Coke.
Yeah, take the bubbles out. They just take Coke, open the can, leave it out for half a day, put it in a new can and seal it up again. That's all Pepsi is.
Definitely. We could just put Fanta out of business with one of them. Just squeeze your oranges into the goodness. But I always thought fizzy tea would be interesting to try.
It would be
fizzy
interesting
coffee.
to try.
Yeah.
I can't believe Starbucks don't already do fizzy coffee.
That's not sarcasm, is it?
No, I can't believe they don't do it.
It's for a bit of check.
I'm genuinely flabbergasted. This is my flabbergasted face.
I haven't seen that in a while, so I wasn't sure for a second. But I would wreck that machine because I'd be putting syrup in it to see if fizzy syrup works.
Should I go and get it out the garage now?
If you've got syrup, then yes.
I don't have any of the gas canisters, though. Oh. Someone gave it to me. I think it might have been a wedding present. Bearing in mind, I got married 12 years ago.
True.
And I've been divorced several years. That's how long this Soda Stream has been sat in my garage. But they didn't give me the gas canister.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's like they just didn't really want it. They had it.
And I don't know where you buy a Soda Stream gas canister from. Probably the internet. I'll have a look on the internet.
I was annoyed when Best Buy went bust, didn't they? And I was in there the day they were shutting down in Lakeside. And they had everything 90% off except their Soda Streams, which are still full price. I was so annoyed because I just thought they knew full well they could just take them to any old market and sell them for exactly the same price any day of the week.
Hell yeah.
But I was hovering around that bloody shop thinking any minute now those Soda Streams are going to come down to like a £5. I'm going to waltz out with one laughing like a king. Well, I'd probably taken about 5 for a £5. But still, no, they'd never knocked them down. So because they're really expensive.
So somewhere there's a mountain of Soda Streams that have never been sold.
Probably still in that building in Lakeside because I've just thought I will sell them at some point. But I want one. The thing is, I've always wanted one, but I know I won't use it. I'll get it. I'll use it a couple of times.
Because you won't be able to get stuff that actually tastes like Coke. It'll be like supermarket
Panda
own brand
Pop,
Coke,
yeah.
won't it? It'll be horrible. Can you still get Panda Pop?
I don't even know. To be honest, I've not looked in years. I can afford an all.
You've just been in Spain. That's the capital of Panda Pops. That's where Panda Pops were at their height.
Not where I stayed. It was all Coke and Sprite and Fanta.
Wow, Mr. Luxury.
Yeah.
Did you have Lay's crisps? And laugh at the fact it didn't say Walkers and just chuckle to yourself.
I saw them, yeah, actually, Lay's. It was very bizarre. We bought these weird Disney crisps that are called Mooskies. And it's a Mooski Mouse on them. It was Mickey Mouse, but they called him Mooski there.
Was it Mickey Mouse with the wrong ears, like at Hunstanton?
No, it was actually a proper...
So they paid the full licensing fee?
It actually said, like, it was Disney Cab or something. That was like a licensed Disney thing. I saw a very racist chocolate bar there as well, called like Conguitos or something, that had like a little chocolate person with giant orange lips.
Nice.
And I took a picture of that thinking, that's really racist. I'm going to put that up on the show to show people how awful this little chocolate bar was. It just made me I was just standing there. They were really, the whole time, they kept being really relaxed about sexism, racism. There was penises everywhere. Just like wooden ones hanging up.
What part of Lanzarote did you stay in, little fella?
It wasn't a strip. It wasn't a naked. Well, I mean, it weren't people's penises. They were wooden ones, and
okay.
You know, I took a picture. I put that up as well because I want to send that to our friend Fardin. He's obsessed. Like he giggles at anything like that. And
yeah, we took him to Belgium, and he just giggled at every penis he saw in Brussels. And bear in mind, every shop you go in Brussels is full of penises because of that little pissing boy. We just left him there. He's probably still there giggling.
Yeah, but everything here had every single shop had a penis bottle opener for sale in it.
Cool.
Loads of them.
Have you
Massive
bought me one
long
back?
ones, loads of little ones. I almost considered buying one, and then
I'm looking around to see where my bottle opener is.
No.
Doesn't seem to be there.
If I go back, I'll get you one. But I did consider it. I thought, no, I really can't bring myself to go and buy a ginormous penis from them because, you know, when I walk through customs, I think, why is that guy got 2 giant knobs?
I was waiting. I was left dead air there, waiting for some kind of "I've got a massive knob" gag. I was expecting you to go for that. Didn't want to go and buy a massive knob because I've already got one. That's the gag I'd have used. Yours was all right
I left
too,
him
though.
hanging.
Yeah, both of them, by the sounds of it. Right, let's have some more questions. We've got Shogun Pumba off of Twitter. He's one of the bigger boys from the live show, so pay some respect with this question. No mocking his question. He's a bigger boy. Could you survive if you only had pre-18th century tech? No. We're podcasters and gamers. We'd struggle to do both of those things. We're IT teachers. All of the things we do, we couldn't do.
We could do easier, I imagine, because instead of doing a podcast on the internet, we'd probably have to go down to the local town
We'd be
hall
town
or
criers,
something,
wouldn't we?
and talk to people.
Yeah.
So that'd make that job easier because we'd have to pay any licensing
Town
or
criers
whatever.
who spend all their time throwing horseshoes at a stick and teaching kids how to write with a big feather stuck in an ink pot.
Or we'd invent the stuff. I imagine if we were stuck in the 18th century, which I know that wasn't the question, but if I knew the stuff existed, I'd be all right. I'd invent it all.
Talking of not knowing what the question is, in fact, it's not on here, but I remember it from earlier because it's the best question anyone has ever sent us on Twitter. I need to go and find it now on Twitter.
Is this Lee McElwain's
It is
one?
Lee McElwain's
No,
one.
that's brilliant. I'll let you read it. 'Cause
I'm
it
going to
made me
read. Yeah,
chuckle.
I remember it, but I need to read it because it was incredible and it made me very happy. So while you're telling everyone about why you're so bald, I'll find the question. I found it. Don't worry. Here's question. It's the best question ever been asked to
You've
this show.
hyped it up too much now.
No, I love it. This is the standard of the question I want from now on. If it's not at this level, I don't care anymore. Sheepdog. Just crack the old knuckles. Getting ready for the question. If you had your own TARDIS able to travel anywhere in time and possibly affect future events, what colour would you paint it?
Bless him. Do you know, I sat there and I couldn't think of a colour I'd want other than blue. I sat there
It's
for
got to be
ages.
blue, isn't it?
I thought I might go for the old Spurs combo of blue and white, but I don't think it'd look very nice.
Just make it blue. It'll be fine.
A red TARDIS wouldn't look right. Green TARDIS wouldn't look right. Orange one wouldn't look right. I suppose it's because I've seen Doctor Who's TARDIS. I think they'd all annoy me if it was any other colour. I think someone was just trying to be odd.
I just want mine to be blue because that's the colour Posh playing. Or the red pizza shirt from the 90s. I'll have that. I'll have that colour. That'll be all right.
I think I just want Spurs blue because he's more of a Chelsea blue, isn't it? Doctor Who's TARDIS.
I don't know.
Or a Peterborough United blue.
All I know is Doctor Who's suddenly aged 20 years in the last week, inexplicably.
Do you not know that he regenerates every time he
I
dies?
don't understand how that programme works.
If he dies,
Right.
he changes into a different person.
Okay.
It's still his mind, but he's in a
Right.
different body.
That's
So every time he
Likely.
regenerates, he makes a joke about, "Oh, thank God I'm not ginger."
okay.
And he comes back with a different personality, and he's like, "Oh,
So it's not his mind then.
well, it's his mind. He remembers everything. He's got his memories
Right.
and his knowledge,
Okay.
but sometimes he's very bouncy. Sometimes he's very angry,
This time he's very old and Scottish.
and he's going to be angry because this guy's famous for. He's in all these political programs where he just swears a lot. I watched a film with him in the other week. I think it was like a precursor to whatever that political program we did. Thick of It, is
The
it?
thick of it, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like a precursor to that he did. And he was just walking around swearing at everyone, giving them nicknames, calling them the C word, and absolutely ripping the piss out of people. And I thought, he's going to be a fantastic Doctor Who. Obviously, he won't be swearing, but I really hope he's an
It'd
angry
be brilliant
Doctor.
if he was swearing.
It would. I said to my wife, I said, if they could do some adult episodes where he's just walking around going, "Oh, Dalek, you prick. You're a bald twat," and all just, "You shiny metal wanker," and just like having a laugh like that. It'd be quite good to see the odd one with him acting like his actual self from these other programs he's been in. But no, I think he's going to be an awesome character.
Splendid. Let's have another question. The Wallster on Twitter. Apple, great innovators or a corporate mindset to monopolise?
See, they
Neither. Somewhere between the two.
I
They're
like
not
this
innovators because most of it's been done before by other people, but they do it properly.
Yeah.
They make it work and look nice and be easy to use. I would love to have an iPhone now because
Yeah, I
this
miss
Samsung
mine.
Galaxy is a heap of turd. I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm glad your contract doesn't end too far after mine, so I could pretend the phone was good for long enough to convince you to get one, so that you couldn't be lording it over with an iPhone
Yeah.
for 2 years.
It's annoying. You basically had a big old thing about you and Fardin were saying Androids were the best. The world's going towards Android. It's all changed now. Blah blah blah. Get an Android, and I got an Android, and then you said I want an iPhone now. I want bloody iPhone at all.
Yeah.
But like you say, I think they just take something and make it, just tweak it, don't they? But what I don't like is the kind of the cult around it. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Well, it's just there's all these websites that are just obsessed. You can't have a technology website that's about everything. It's got to be kind of a Mac-only website. I just find it a bit odd. I don't know.
That's because they're a bit weird, aren't they? Macs are weird. iPhones, iPads, iPods, that's all right. Macs, that's just a bit weird.
I don't know. I think it's just because it's like
No offence, iTunes guy in the corner.
Yeah, I was
is
going to say,
waving furiously at me.
Quite quickly there.
Bloody hell!
Just felt that security guy looming over me all of a sudden the second we started frowning about him.
Yeah,
Oh,
Macs are
my heart
great.
skipped a beat when I felt him behind me then.
Bloody hell!
But still, I don't know. It feels like going to a foreign country when you use a Mac. I think that's probably all it is. Just a different way.
Somewhere on the hard drive of my old computer is the one episode of Best Thing From we once recorded on a Mac, and we started off the episode slagging it off because we couldn't work out how to use it, but by the end of the episode we thought it was great because I was sat there editing the show together as we were recording, and it was like living in space. It was brilliant. By the time I pressed stop on the recording of that show, it was pretty much edited and ready to upload. That was nice.
Then we tried to do the next episode on it, and it crashed.
Yeah.
And we got the Beach Ball of Death, or it was called the Rainbow Wheel of Doom.
Yeah.
And everyone who tells you Macs don't crash, Macs don't get viruses, Macs are awesome, they never break, that's bullshit.
Yeah. That's why we had to bin that one, didn't we?
And that really wound me up because I was genuinely, I'm not anti-Apple, I like Apple stuff, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I've got a picture on here somewhere of you using a Mac.
Yeah.
What a prick you look doing that.
But I just felt so annoyed that there is this cult of Macs don't break, and this bastard thing broke every flaming time we touched it. It was a nightmare to use, so we sent that back, didn't we? We gave it back to the bloke who lent us it.
We did. He's calmed down a bit now in the corner, bless him.
He's still not happy. I imagine we're probably going to be served some kind of leaving notice.
We've managed to get ourselves evicted from Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and now iTunes as well. At least we're still on Stitcher Radio, Sheepdog, and that's the way forward. I like Stitcher.
Is that app that throws random podcasts out at you?
Yeah.
Cool. I was trying to get us. I couldn't find how. I was looking, and I said to you, how do you get on it? And we couldn't find it.
No, I found how you submit it. Again, submitted all 4 shows. Best Thing From made it on.
Yeah, but the other one we didn't.
I know. I'll in a minute. That's me mocking future Kev. When we start recording that show in half an hour's time, I'll be there saying that twat on that other show, lording it over us just because he got accepted onto Stitcher and we didn't. Stitcher's shit anyway. That's what he'll be saying. I can hear him now. Arrogant prick. I'll learn him. That's about it this week. Out of time, little fella.
Oh, man.
Out of time. Whittip and Simon Lynn predicted that we might not make it through all these questions.
We got through most of these, to be fair, didn't we?
We did. But what I do need to do, I'd randomise the randomiser. We need a new randomiser because what have we spent most of this week's episode talking about?
Oh, we shouldn't do that. No, change it to something else.
Oh, really? I thought that was quite funny when that came out, the randomiser.
You got to remember, we're a fledgling show in the eyes of most people, and if we go inventions, holidays, technology, hotels.
Blame this lot for suggesting stuff. It's their fault.
Move it to the back burner.
Let me rub it. Rub it?
You rub it all you want, mate.
Hang on. Let me have a look on here. And I'm going back to random.org now, and I'll do it again.
I didn't get to mention 3D printers a lot on this show either.
You haven't mentioned it at all until just now.
Yeah.
First one that came up was football. Obviously didn't take that off the list. Next one. There you go. I'll tell you what the rest of the top 5 are, and you can pick one. Second place, we had cinema. Third place, zombies. Fourth place, films. Fifth place, real ale / lager.
Why don't we merge cinema and film?
Oh, that's a bit risky. You sure we can fit both of them into one show?
And we'll put that in 2 weeks' time.
What?
Because I don't want to do it next week.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll do movies next week. There you go.
Movies and cinema.
Movies. Because I'm going to the cinema on Tuesday anyway, so that fits in quite nicely. Monsters University.
I want to see that.
Ah.
I have to make sure we don't go Tuesday so you don't look like I'm copying you now. I have to go Monday so I can spoil it for you.
Yeah, you do that and I'll burn your house down. But I'll have made it through the whole summer, not seeing Man of Steel, not seeing that other one that was out that I was supposed to see as a nerd. But I will have seen Monsters University.
I didn't see Man of Steel either. Or Star Trek.
There was another one as well. I saw that other one. We'll talk about it next week. I can't remember what it's called. The Simon Pegg one, the name of which I can't remember.
Shit World's End.
Yeah, I saw that.
Not Shit World's End, At World's End.
They might as well have called it Shit World's End.
That in your lifetime, what do you think would be the greatest achievement in technology? I'm going to go 3D printer on that.
Okay, that told me. if you want to get some more topic suggestions in or give us questions about movies for next week's show, you can email us at kevinsteve@gmail.com, or you can contact us on Twitter at bestthingfrom. You can use our shiny new Facebook group, which is facebook.com/bestthingfrom, and I'll start a thread on there for you to put that in the comments. Or you can follow me and him individually on Twitter. I'm at Lelujo.
I'm at RB6K.
So keep your topic suggestions hurling in at us and questions hurling in. But the topics list is well below 50 now.